Welcome, I'm Lizzie Brooks, and this is Lizzie Brooks Yoga and Fitness. So I wanted to talk to you about something that you might not expect a yoga teacher to talk about, and that is when to actually take a break from yoga, to stop doing it for a while, to take a pause. Actually, one of my wonderful subscribers, Holly, took a break recently, and I don't know her reasons, but I wanted to give you some of these reasons. Because as I discussed with Holly and many of my other students, it's sometimes critical that we take a break from this practice and know that we can come back to it at the right time. So some of the reasons, the first reason, and I'll go over 5, but the first reason is the more obvious reason. If you have an injury, please take a break. If the injury does not get better with your yoga practice, take a break. And some of those injuries, I need to add this, might not seem obvious as injuries, and it might seem like, oh, well, if I just go work it out in yoga, I might do a little bit better. Especially things with hypermobility of the joints, feeling like you don't have structure. You might need to change your practice or take a break for a while, maybe do something different. Maybe go walking, maybe biking, something like that. Instability is a big issue in yoga. You know, those super bendy people, sometimes we need to change up what we're doing. And then the other injuries that I see a lot from overstretching are like in insertion points, kind of where hamstrings attach, or where we have these, you know, you can kind of feel for them, where we don't get as much blood flow. Okay, so nearer to the joints, those type of injuries, you might want to take a little longer off. So 2 is you should probably take a break if you're not feeling excited about the yoga. You are burnt out. It is something that you're just like, this is my homework. I've got to do it. I've got to get it over with. And sometimes we all feel like, hey, I don't want to do yoga today, or I don't want to work out. But after we do it, we feel great. But if you're kind of on that burnout level, it might be that you are doing it and not feeling much better afterwards. Or maybe you're doing yoga that is too similar from day to day, and it's time to branch out. Maybe take a break from that style and branch out into something else. If you're doing power yoga all the time, maybe try some restorative, just to bring that balance. The body loves variety, the brain loves variety. New neural pathways, new ways of muscles working together, stabilizing. Variety is actually a good thing. Obviously, if you're pregnant, especially nearer to the end, when you have all that relaxin going, when your hormones have changed, and again, like I said before, you have a lot of hypermobility. I stopped doing yoga when I was maybe 35 weeks through my pregnancy. Actually had a much longer pregnancy by 2 weeks, but because I was just so kind of feeling wobbly. So I just started walking and doing like a lot of walking on hills at the end of that pregnancy. And there's a million reasons why obviously a pregnant woman whose body is shifting and changing that much might want to take a break. If you are not getting stronger in your practice, and strength is something that you're working towards. So this is something that I'm seeing being talked about more often, and I'm really, really glad about this. We do mostly lower body stuff, core stuff in yoga, not as much upper body stuff, and especially women, we need to keep that upper body strength, and it's a little more challenging with how we build muscle versus maybe a male might. And chaturanga, things like that, a little bit of plank, that's kind of where the building goes and the strengthening goes for the upper body. But over time, if it's just kind of everything seems easier, you're no longer feeling like you're accessing more strength, then it might be time to add on something. Maybe you're going to do some free weights. Maybe you're going to do other modes of, working out. That doesn't mean you have to quit yoga. That can still be supplemental, but you might take a break from that being your only mode of exercise and moving into something else that will gain a little more strength for you. And number 5 is kind of similar to number 4 if you need more cardio. So we work in yoga more so the slow twitch muscle fibers, and you can look this up, slow twitch versus fast twitch muscle fibers. So we're not doing explosive, quick movement in yoga so much as slow holding of the postures, breathing, that kind of thing, which is lovely. But as I said, variety can be really, really good. So for the brain, for the body. So if you can do your nice slow yoga, great. And then if you can do other movements that bring in cardio, maybe you're doing some high intensity interval training. I actually have yoga plus high intensity interval training videos, many of those to choose from, those fusions that give us the slow twitch as well as the fast twitch, as well as the increased heart rate. And if you're looking for more of a calorie burn, and you might want to go in that direction. So thank you so much for joining me. There are a myriad of reasons why you might take a break. This is just 5 of them. And feel free to just take that pause. Give yourself complete permission to take that pause. And yoga will be here for you when you're ready to come back, or when you're ready to kind of recalibrate how you're doing and using your yoga, how you're supplementing that, how much of a rest you take. So thanks so much for being here, and have a beautiful day. If you got any value from this video, please hit like, please do subscribe, and know that I appreciate you. Namaste.